Hi Scorpio, this is Jill and welcome to Tarot by the Sea. I'm really sorry I didn't get around to doing your reading last month. I did actually do 11 readings for you last month, but because of IT issues, none of them got out. So I'm doing you second this time. Now, I'm going to just do a weekly because the bi-weeklies take forever. So I'm going to do weeklies and try and keep them to 10 minutes. And I'm also using the Gilded Tarot because they're not as in-depth as the Wisdom of the Oracle cards that I was using, and I will do monthlies with those, but just for a quick weekly I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot. Okay, right, we have 2 cards there for you. I've done you 3 readings already, and out of the 3 cards that I've put out, this kept happening too, they keep falling out. Out of the 5 cards that I've put out for you already, plus the one that's dropped, so that's 6, 4 of them came up in the last reading as well. So I'm just going to continue with those. Okay, so we have the 6 of Swords. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. We have the 7 of Swords, which was in the same place as well in the last reading. We have the 5 of Wands. We have the 2 of Wands, and we have the Ace of Wands. 5 of Wands, 2 of Wands, and we have the Ace of Swords. Now, in the last reading, you had almost all swords, and you had almost all people as well. You have no people in this one. I wish I could remember what you had. You had the King of Wands. You had the Page of Swords in reverse. I can't remember who else. But anyway, you had those 2 as well. So, 6 of Swords, moving on to calmer waters. Okay, so you are moving away from something that has been quite stressful for you. But the problem is that you're taking your swords with you. Now, that can either be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on whether you felt victorious or whether you felt defeated, is my feeling with this card today. Don't often get that. Usually it's a card of taking baggage with you. But in this case, you had the 5 of Swords as well in the last reading, and it kind of makes me think that you were the victor in that one. And in the 5 of Swords, he takes the swords. And in this one, he's taking the swords. So I think you're taking those with you, and I think you may have been victorious in something and you're taking your swords with you, which is really good. And you're moving away from that now. So, Queen of Cups. So, could be a water sign female, being Scorpio. It could be you. Doesn't have to be male or female. It's just indicating someone who's a bit of a master or mistress possibly, of their emotions. Okay, so that could be you. It could be someone that you're dealing with. There's also an awful lot of air in that card as well, so it could be an air sign as well. I know that's not Queen of Swords, but it could be that there's an emotional situation with an air sign, and because you've got the is that cloud or is it lightning? I'm seeing it as lightning, so it could be a fire sign as well, so that's not much help to you. So you've got an emotional situation with what is actually cloud, but it looked like lightning, and I work intuitively. So it could be a fire sign or it could be a air sign. She's looking quite wistful about something. She's kind of staring out to sea, and she's just like, yeah. And she's looking at this guy, who is also heading out the door. So I don't think that is you. I think that might be somebody else. And I think this might be you, if this is you. If not, then reverse the roles. This is somebody else. This is you. And this is somebody else. It feels to me like this person could be walking away going, woohoo. This person's looking after them, not after them, but watching them walk away, shall we say. And they're quite calm and they're quite like, yeah, that's okay, that's good, I did all right. It's quite calm and it's quite good. But this person's actually looking and going, sneaky git. And they're not happy. So a situation that you think it may well be okay, or the other person thinks it's okay, you don't think it's okay. Or vice versa, okay? Read it as you will. You know your situation better than I do. Obviously, general reading is not going to apply to everyone. It's quite a specific story. This is going to cause an argument, okay? It may be a small argument because five of wands tends to be like quite pointless bickering, actually, rather than full-on fight. You're not talking the death card or the tower card. It's not anything massive, but there are arguments, and it may be arguments between certain people. Then you have the Two of Wands. You have a decision to make as to which way to go. Okay, and it could be, Scorpio, that you decide to cut this person out of your life, or they decide to cut you out of their life. Very specific message. Could be relationship, could be work. Very people-y, though. Let's pull a clarifier on whether we think you are the Queen of Cups or whether someone else is the Queen of Cups. Let's have a look at the Queen of Cups. Let's clarify for the Queen of Cups, please. Two of Cups. Could be relationship, okay? I'm also getting family with that as well, because it's two of the same. So I'm very much getting family with that as well. So it could be family member. So what are we looking at? So is it fair or was it not fair? The first card you had in your last reading, which I wasn't able to use because I could smell burning and I had to go and find out what it was was judgment. So maybe it's about judgment. And one person's thinking the situation's fair and the other one's thinking it's not. And it's two members of the same family. And it seems to me, right, in this card, the way that they're laid out, the way that I'm looking at them, the female is on the female side, sorry, that way, okay? And the male is on the male side. So it could be a relationship where the female thinks that it's all good, and the cupsy one, who could well be female, thinks they're a sneaky git. You'll know your story. You'll know your story. And what else have we got? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, it's just not going your way, okay? It's, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. The situation's not going to change. So it's quite possible you're just going to cut this person out. Because that actually fell on the Two of Wands, which is about making a decision. Let's have a look at the Ace of Swords and see if there's anything. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords for me. Three of Wands. Three of Wands, waiting for a ship to come in, but you've just had the Wheel of Fortune. I don't think it's coming. So why is the Three of Wands with the Ace of Swords? Why the Three of Wands with the Ace of Swords for Scorpio? Why would that be? Eight of Cups, you're just walking away. Okay, you're looking at other options. Okay, you're looking towards further horizons and you're just walking away. It looks like it might be a love relationship, but it also came across very much as family. Obviously, it plays out for people differently, so it could be work for some of you. But I think it's about people. I think it's about relationships. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic relationships. The feeling that I get from it is not that you're going to be heartbroken, more that you're going to be possibly a little bit peed off. But I think it's your decision to just go, yeah, forget it. Just leave it alone. But it's only for a week, okay? So you can have a row with someone and fall out with them for a week and be fine again next week. So it's no major drama, and again, it was the Five of Wands, it wasn't the Tower, so it just sounds like a bit of a minor argument, to be honest. Could escalate, possibly. But the last reading that I did was a de-escalating situation, so quite possibly not. Anyway, have a lovely one. I will do the second week of November, as soon as I've done the first week of November for everybody. I'm also going to do Halloween readings, and I'm also going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle cards to do monthlies for November as well. Anyway, lots and lots of love. I'm so sorry about last month. I promise I did try really, really hard. 11 readings. Last one was 55 minutes. Okay. Love you, Scorpio.